Hello YouTubers, it's Travis and we're here for another best of 3 AFR Draft on MTG Arena. If you like my content, hit that sub button and get alerts when the new drafts go live. If you really like my content, check out my Patreon, there's a link below. Some formats have a worst color pair. Should you avoid that color pair at all costs? What do you do when that's the open pair? I hope you enjoy today's draft. Well, I certainly don't mind playing this. Thank you for that, Tommy. I mean, I want to be blue anyway, but if we open a Mind Flayer, why the heck not? Now, I don't usually second pick Charmed Sleep. Yeah, when it comes to the draft challenges unnamed, I'm going to here though, because like I'm going to force this slightly, and I think I can get away with it because nobody else wants to play blue. So I may as well solidify myself in it. So see, here's the thing. Even if it is slightly easier and the payoffs are very high for the draft challenges, the entry fee is so high that for me, it's terrifying to get into, right? Because I have a low gem balance, can't really afford to buy more. Because I can't be paying to play the game that I stream. So for me, playing Magic and streaming it is mainly about sharing a love of the game and teaching people how to play Limited and how to get good at Limited and how to think about Limited, but also making sure I want to maximize the number of games I can play per dollar spent. I have to do that. So a tournament like that, even though the variance isn't really that much different than a normal Magic draft, is just terrifying to me. I can't really get in on that. Because if I play it and lose, it's just game over, man. Now, I don't often play blue-white, and I'm not saying that we will here, but I'm not currently in a deck that would want fly. Interestingly enough, we did draft one yesterday, and then I ended up getting forced out of blue, which is funny to me. But Minimus Containment's the best card in this pack by a mile. So we're going to take it and see where this takes us. If blue-white's what's open, I'll play it. Now it's a bit of speculation. Because if we get in the right deck, Feywild Trickster can be very good. If we get in any blue deck, we'll be happy with the Soul Knife Spire, the Scion of Stygia. And if we want to be really careful, we can take this Evolving Wilds. But I'm going to see about making this thing work. If it doesn't, that's all right. Because I know this thing will work. I'm just taking this because I really want to be blue. I thought that too, Dave, but there's really not. It's close, but not quite. You really need to pair this with red. And a lot of the cards that I value highly aren't dice rollers. So I think this is like, here's what we know we're playing. We're probably going to end up in blue-green, because that's usually what I do, and there's like a lot of good green cards here. But I think I've done 50. I very much like the Frost Giant. I also very much like the Fang Blade. But again, I just want to solidify blue. Divine Smite's a really good sideboard card. And I don't think I'm going to try to build a Feywild Trickster Sylvan Shepherd deck. I do feel like people won't take Divine Smite highly enough. So it may not actually be the sign that I think it is. But we'll see. I've been playing this a lot too and been pretty happy with it. Okay, let's see what the next pack has. What would you do with a unicorn in blue-white? Don't rightly know. Block? Probably. Okay, so I feel like our blue is all shored up, and we're just going to pair this with whatever we can get removal in. Because this is a fine creature suite to get started with. I may be going into blue-white here. This is actually a tough one for me, because I like Hall of the Frost Giants a lot, and Criddle's absurd. I'm not actually sure which one I want. This is really tough. We didn't, which makes me excited about black in this pack. I think I'm going to take the Criddle. This is very speculative. I literally just changed the art on this, so it would be the one that I wanted, but it didn't stick. That's funny to me. But I think we're getting enough signals that I should probably just suck it up and play blue-white. Because this makes up for the mistake. I could take the Conjurer, and I want one. But I think it's time to admit that we're probably playing blue-white. And I'm not unhappy about it. Like, these are decent cards. And that almost makes me want to be like, screw it, we'll do this. And then we've got this that's like, you could play red-blue and try to get the Trickster going. The Monk already finds me 2 removal spells. We'll get the 2-drops. I'm not super worried about that. There's plenty of 2-drops. And I've played decks that didn't have any 2-drops. But if we're going to go ahead and buckle in, I think we're interested in this. It finds 2 of our removal spells. There's a decent 2-drop. There's a decent 2-drop. There's a bunch of stuff here we're interested in. I didn't really have black-white on my radar. I'm going to go with the Investigator, because I could still move off of white, and I want some way to have a bit of card advantage in this deck. What? I really like Come to a River in conjunction with the Mind Flayer. Evening, Okra. But this feels like better than everything else that I have. All right, let's talk. You gonna keep passing me good green? No, you're not. You're not gonna pass me good green at all. Okay, fine. People just not read this? I guess not. Okay, blue-white stuff it is. White stuff splash Criddle. Blue-white low interact, blue-white fine interaction splash Criddle. I guess I was supposed to do green-white. This has been a difficult one to navigate for me. I also kind of went in with the assumption that blue would be open, and it kind of wasn't. Because I should have 2 of the gens by now if it is. Fortunately, Paladin class is going to make up for all of my mistakes and be like, it's okay, Travis, you don't have to be good. Just pick random cards. It's okay. Because I not only get the Paladin class, I have 2 copies of it. There's a lot of blue, but it's stuff that people don't value particularly highly, right? Like, I really like Air Cult Elemental, but I don't think a lot of other people do. I really like the Frost Giant, but I don't think a lot of other people do. Yeah, this is an awesome open, and it may very well save our draft. Is that my splash? I think this deck could pull it off. I could see the Pegasus doing some work here. I could see the other Charmed Sleep doing some work here. I think I'm going to default to Sleep. Because we're almost done here. I really want to make an 18 land deck. I've been happier with 18 land decks. If Treasure Map's the last card, how do I feel about that? I think pretty good. I think if this is the deck, I can play it, and from here we're looking for upgrades, such as an upgrade for our land, so that this Reaper's Talisman is just an incredibly trivial splash. That's just free now. Alright, I want to make room for this. I probably don't need the Shortcut Seeker. If I'm playing 18 lands, it seems kind of stupid not to play this guy. Yeah, but I want to have 22 cards, right? You guys are bad and should feel bad. Portable Hole's fine. I don't feel like we need it. Cleric for sideboard would be very good too. I do like having access to enchantment removal. Man, these are just good cards. I like it. Hey, what's up, Andy? I didn't bother doing that. I just jumped in and got owned. It's great. So I think I need one cut here. I do think I'm on board with the splash because it just seems so free. If I flood out, we can sink mana into the dungeon map. We can maybe draw some cards with the investigator. We can activate our cave. No, I'm not cutting the counterspell. I actually like the counterspell. I think the answer is I don't need two of these. I could use You Hear Something on the Watch as a replacement 2-drop, but I think I'm relatively happy with this. I don't understand how when I adjusted the style on this that I picked the one I wanted and it still messed with it, but I guess you just have to do that. But we'd only need one swamp, right? So I've got the Temple and the Evolving Wilds to find it. Maybe I didn't click select. That's possible. I kind of wish I'd taken that blue creature land too. I also intensely dislike counter spells. Believe it or not. But I really like this one. But one of the reasons I like it is cancel seems okay. And so many decks just have bloody nothing to do after they hit 6 mana. This one can actually do something on 7. But like, I've cycled away 2 lands and been happy about it. I did not expect that to be something I was happy about. But it's happened. And I was okay with it. And that's weird. It's really weird to me. Yeah, if I'm defaulting to 18 lands pretty consistently, which I have been lately, all of a sudden it starts pulling its own weight. Yeah, I'm kind of going on like default 18 lands. I've been relatively happy with that. But that's my new test. Can I consistently play 18 lands and get away with it? Because it does seem like if you miss a land drop, you are dead. So my options are to mulligan more, which is, I mean, frankly not going to happen, or make sure I don't miss land drops. Okay, we can work with this. How come you did not cut a 2-drop 3/1 instead of the giant? I am scared of aggressive decks and want to be able to block. That's kind of awkward, isn't it? I don't want to just get rolled over by aggro decks. Okra is my concern there. How good is Paladin class? It's very good. It probably doesn't beat a Flame Skull, but it's pretty good. What we need to do here is get this in play and plan to tap down their guy every turn, which is not wonderful, but it is the choice we are currently provided with, because we're going to take a colossal hit off of this thing. Bouncing creatures doesn't do much when they can give them haste at will. I didn't know what color I needed to get with it yet, Alex. Until we drew the island, I wasn't sure what we were going to get with it. This is incredibly uncomfortable because I need another turn. We're in a lot of danger. I chose the dragon on black, which means we... okay, I can't think about that yet. We can go back and talk about that. Let me see if I can win this game. You may have a point. I think I was thinking that I wanted to draw more lands, but this game has changed to the point where I'm not really thinking about that anymore. Because if I can get this... yeah, getting this... I'm going to have to play this turn, aren't I? I'm dead without the flyer bounce. No, I'm not. Let me think. Because we've got the tap. But they could still move the equipment around. Yeah, we would tap this. Because I think we may have to chump block with our half-elf monk if I do that this turn. I'm going to have to chump block with something. I think this is still the line. It's just a really uncomfortable line. And I guess we'll bounce the thing that costs them the most mana to replay. This is just really uncomfortable. I think that's where my head was at the moment, Alex, was that I needed more lands. I think they just put the boots on it. So you're saying there's a chance? Okay, so we're pretty obviously going to need this. It's going to be a while before we can use this dude. Can I do this in Paladin class? Yes, I'll still have enough to tap. I could still be pretty freaking close to dead. We just tap it when they go to equip the plate. That's fine. The ward doesn't really matter here. You just stay asleep. Nobody likes you. Okay. Gonna be a minute, but we can get there. No, I don't have anything that can deal with this. We could Venomous it. We could borrow it, but I wouldn't expect that to last very long. Stunning strike! I need more time, and they won't give it to me. What are you talking about? I don't need to tap it. And I can. It's good. It's all good. I can block it. Yeah, there's no need for me to tap anything here. It's not that equipment is bad, it's that I don't necessarily love the design of it. Yeah, I know how we're winning this game, and it is going to be through air power. I'm still tapping it, because why not? I really need the Conjurer in play. We're not able to get through on the ground. So if we do this, we could swing and give something double strike and +1/+1, right? Because if I've got lethal next turn, I should have lethal this turn. So that would be, we swing with 4 creatures, +4/+4 on this. That would be 7, doubled is 14, 15, 16, 17. Do I have enough to do that and adventure once? So this is 5 plus itself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't have enough to adventure. So I basically just need to play a creature. And we should be able to kill him in the air. Each other one. Yeah, we'd have to level the Paladin class too. Okay, fair. So that is eventually how we're winning, but it's going to take a while. think I'm supposed to double block it. Time is on my side. It slows down my air clock, but that's okay. If I level this all, I can't, yeah, I don't have enough mana to level that all the way up. I will soon. I mean, we're probably on counter a cheeseburger, so sure, I'll counter a cheeseburger. We're fine. I've got more stat bonuses on the board than they do currently. Well, not quite, but close. If you count this as a creature. Which I do. So this does eventually need to be leveled up. I feel like the Scry might be more useful right now. Also drawing the cards might be more useful. Because I suspect our block here would be the Investigator, which means I want 6 for him. And I need 2 for this. So that's kind of what we're doing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Some argument to just draw it now. I probably should have done that. Yeah, I think I should have done that. I'll at least make up for the mistake somewhat. There. Doesn't matter. So I don't really want to just leave Brunor tapped. But I may have to. What have we got coming here? Reaper's Talisman. It's interesting. Yeah, I think if that's what we're drawing, I can contain Brunor. I can just tap Brunor here, and you can move your stuff around, that's fine. Can't realistically attack with this half-elf monk right now. Yes, we can cast it. This is a bit awkward. So what we're kind of hoping here is that their last class isn't, or their last card isn't 5 damage to target attacking creature. Because if it is, I don't think I can beat it. Leveling up doesn't do anything. We certainly need mana to tap. This sucks. I think you should move the plate armor. I think that's a really good decision. It does, Okra. And we'll eventually get there. We do not have the mana to do that. We'll get there. Don't worry. We're gonna level this. I just have too much to do with my mana right now. Step 1 is collect underpants. Step 2 is don't die, and step 3 is win. They don't have combat tricks. They forgot about it, which is great. I wanted them to forget about it. So I can tap something, but we're taking that hit, so I may as well just keep on my dungeon run. Why can I not dungeon run? Oh, because I haven't done damage yet. Well, that's stupid. I should have done this first. I'm really bad, and I feel bad. No, all right. Yeah, we just turn the dragon sideways, we win the game, so probably try that. That's a bit suspicious. Because this is lethal too, so what do you have? Right, because this is 6, 7, 8. I guess we'll need to see what they have. Yeah, I guess it could be a pair of goblins. I suspect it's just they didn't notice they were dead. But there's also nothing they could do about it with one blocker. Okay, sorry, that one got kind of intense because I really had to try to play correctly, and I still made mistakes. But like, that was a very intense match. Because Alex asked a fair question, why not pop the Evolving Wild sooner? And I knew I wanted to play the cave first. Like, I needed to get the cave out, right? Because the cave has to come out early, otherwise it's going to be tapped later. So the next question is, which land do we want to play? And I think my brain was thinking, I want to draw more lands, so I don't want to thin the deck, even though it's incredibly small. So we probably don't need to be playing a 7-drop against them, and I'm very interested in another something on the watch. We don't have any way to interact with equipments, which is frustrating. But there's basically nothing I can do about it except draw the half-elf monk. If I had another half-elf monk, I would side it in. If I had 2 more half-elf monks, I would side them in too. But I don't. I do have the advantage of we can try to find them pretty quickly. But here's something on the watch. Seems like it would take care of a lot of problematic creatures, even with equipments on them. So I think I definitely want that, and I don't think on the draw I want to be playing a blue dragon. Like, I think there's still plenty of crap to do with mana. Yeah, I'd take an elf monk and a human monk. All of the monks. The 3/1s are both bad and good, because I don't want to trade them with goblin tokens and frickin' Priest of Ancient Lore, but I do want to block Hasty Bugbears and threaten an unequipped Brunor. Yeah, but I needed double blue, right? And I think I didn't know what I was going to get with it until I played it, at which point, I don't know. Shocking Grasp is fine. Maybe we can go back and reevaluate that, Alex. It's possible it's a mistake. But my thought was I wanted more land. And as it turned out, we just constantly wanted more land in that matchup. As long as we flood, this will be fine. It's got the single card I want the most against them. But please do flood me from here, Dak. That's why we're playing 18. I want to flood. Flood me, say that you'll flood me. This looks like an incredibly different deck than what we played the first time. Because I'm not scared of Barbarian class or the Mimic. Gotta have some protection versus mill. Land would be swell. I would not mind a land. Thank you. Sucks to have to take all this damage from the Flame Skull. We suspected that, and it's okay. It's not quite lethal with the planes. So we've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh yeah, it would be. That's unfortunate. Why wouldn't I do the same thing I did last turn then? Attack with it, untap it. Have something on the watch for blowouts. Be basically good. I would need to attack with the Conjurer, because the Conjurer is +1/+1 if it attacks, right? So we could, in theory, attack with it here and see what they do. That's threatening 8, 9, 10, 11. That's a lethal attack. They'd have to block the Conjurer with Brunor. That actually doesn't seem that bad. Because now we can let this happen, trade off Brunor, and have something on the watch to hit that on the way back. +1/+1 doesn't make it survive. Oh, you're saying I could boost the Conjurer. Yeah, that's something we could potentially do. But they're dead to this anyway next turn. We just have to survive another turn. It's not a lethal attack if I pump it the other... Well, yeah, it is actually. That might have been better. This is a tough game. Ooh. That was one of the more intense matches I've ever played. But their game 1 deck was way better than their game 2 deck. Because I don't care about a Mimic or a Barbarian class. But man, I felt like I had to be paying too much attention there. Ooh. Ooh. All right, so before we get to the next round, I will mention that we are doing a subscriber drive in the month of August. I've essentially adopted the NPR model of funding my stream, which is every 3 months. If you can support what I'm doing, I'm going to ask you to please do that. This is my job. This is my source of income. This is how I buy Canada Dry and soup, which is really important to me. There's a couple different ways you can do it and some fun goals we can unlock. So the goals first. Well, how to do it first. You can subscribe or gift subs. That's what the little cat counter is down there. You can buy or gift Stream Raiders skins. That's what the little dancing bolus is. And as of today, well, actually as of 2 days ago, you can support me on my Patreon. Thank you for the gift subs, Andy. Thank you very much. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all spam some cats for Andy. Thank you. The Patreon is mainly there for people that are supporting, that are watching the YouTube videos and want to support that way. If you got a gift sub, say thank you to Andy. Thank you very much, Andy. Let us spam some cats for Andy. So to make number go up, you can subscribe, up your sub tier, gift subs, buy Stream Raider skins, or pledge on the Patreon. And like I said, the Patreon is mostly for people that are watching on YouTube. But either way, thank you for the support. The rewards are at 500. I'll start working on the next Joy of Drafting series. That'll go up on YouTube. There's a lot of things to discuss, a lot of things to talk about. And I've been wanting to do this series for a while. Exclamation Point Joy is a series I produced that goes through how to draft and kind of how to think about drafting. The idea with that series was I wanted there to be a way that people could watch a 10-minute video and get a basic lesson in drafting that's not format specific. And I want to start on the next series for that. Other than that, we have draft videos that are edited a little bit. But the Joy of Drafting is something I definitely want to work on. At 600, once a week in August, we will do a chat draft. You guys pick the cards, I'll play them. I may even do something, I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but we may even raffle off slots. And like, Corny One gets to make the first pick, the Mana Leak makes the second pick, Wallet Inspector makes the third. We could do some fun stuff with that. At 700, we'll keep doing the viewer drafts through the next 3-month period. And at 800, I will order a cat onesie and wear it on stream for the remainder of August. Maybe even longer, we'll see. So Dim's the goals. Thank you very much for supporting Andy. If $5 is a lot of money and you can't support, I hear you. I've been there. I'm glad that you're here. Just watching the YouTube videos, subscribing on YouTube, and just being here on Twitch is a big help. So thank you all very much for the support. We are now up to 410 subscribers. And we got about 5 points worth of people on the Patreon currently, which is great. I should put a little counter on there for the Patreon stuff too, eh? Okay. Not down here, Goose. I'm still wearing a bunny hug, as you can see. It's not currently important to get that out early, but given the straw, I don't see why we wouldn't. Because I can just play this for blue next turn, unless I hit a 2-drop, in which case, cool, we'll play it tapped eventually. I don't think I'm looking to search up anything with this. Jock, thank you for the gift subs. Although I could. Yeah, actually I think I'm going to go get a Charmed Sleep. Because I may need to stabilize here. I don't need the Paladin class. Thank you very much, Jock. Y'all spam some cats for Jock. Because right now I'm under pressure, and this will stabilize hard. Merci beaucoup. What's wrong with bunny hugs, man? I'm fairly good with names and tend to remember people, so if they've told me, I remember it. I've met Jacques at a GP. That's the question, isn't it, Goose? Is being good with names something that came from sales, or is being good with names something that leads you to a career in sales? Hard to say. Thank you for the bits, Techno Shaman. And some people, I know their real name, but they don't prefer to be called by that. Which is okay too.
Jalokivi tulostin menee brrrr.
Y'all spam some cats for Jacques and Techno Shaman and Andy. Thank y'all. Choo choo indeed. Just simmer down now. Wing Spear is your middle name? All right. I don't think we're looking to make the attacks just yet. I was a little scared of a removal spell, but I'm probably thinking too defensively. Yeah, I probably should have just attacked there. Fair call. Be parents. It works. Yeah, 1 damage ain't that much. I should have attacked, Goose. You're right. Enjoy. Yeah, one of the best blue-white cards I've found is Reaper's Talisman. It's one of the better creep ones too. There you go. Top 10 card? Seems like a top 1 card to me. I won't remember any of the cards in this set in 2 years. I'll remember Reaper's Talisman. You like treasures so much, how about you be one? I won't remember Xanathar. The only time I've ever played against Xanathar, I beat it handily. Because I had a 2-1 that gave me hexproof. Which is stupid. Oh yeah, you just rolled over me so fast because you had Reaper's Talisman. What? You got +1/+1 to team? Okay. We're going to need a little more action. Because I need this Reaper's Talisman to carry hard. But like, any creature's good. And as long as I block this on literally anything else, the watch isn't going to hurt me that bad. Because we're about to gain 4. Yeah, but they had 2 mana, so it would be +5/+5, and or +1/+1, which would kill my dude and Garth. That's why we were concerned about it. And they're screaming at me that they have it. It was from the last edition of Jumpstart. I think they just wanted their guy back. If they have another combat trick, they got me. Because if they had a combat trick that could get a 3-power dude through, they'd have attacked with a zombie ogre last turn. Ugh. I might get outvalued here. Yeah, this is not looking good for the home team. I think Reaper's Talisman and Skullport Merchant are probably the best 2 uncommons in the game. What are you doing? I'm starting to believe they don't have it and they've just faked me out. Like, it might have just been literally a coward check. But I'm also in a position where I can't really play it. Like, if I draw my own... we can sort of start to do something. Because, like, it's almost to the point where they're going to kill me with it if they have it. I don't understand not attacking with the zombie ogre if that's what you have. But I also think we're pretty close to dead. Yeah, the flood's hurting us a bit now. They couldn't lose the ogre. But, like, if they have it, it's going to kill me now. Which is the bad part, but at least I can know that they have it. Okay. We were playing around the right card. We just didn't get the lands to play around it anymore. So I feel better about not blocking all those turns. That's good news. So Smite looks like it might be playable, I guess. Their best threats were black. I like another one of them. And the giant just stone walls their whole bloody team. I have to do it like this. Oh yeah, I'd love a teleportation circle. I've changed my mind on that. I was initially giving people grief for picking it early, but if you can pick it early and build around it just a little bit, you can get there. It's a hell of a card. I also forgot to mention the giveaway going on in my Discord. Y'all should get in my Discord and enter my giveaway. Yeah, going to 3, I can get this out later when it does something. You don't have to be a Twitch supporter or Patreon supporter or anything. You just need to join my Discord. The giveaway section's not gated around anything. We're giving away a big package of Zendikar goodies, some of which WotC gave to me, and some of which I had left over. So get on in there and get entered in that giveaway. We're going to be doing one of those a month for the foreseeable future. The giveaways are not US only, no. Go ahead and enter. It's expensive, yes. But I'm hoping that I will get enough exposure that it will be worth it to ship to Europe. At the end of the month. This is a gift. There's no VAT. This is a gift. A free gift for you. Whee! Fun! I'm having fun. Are you having fun? Hey. There's 4 cards to deal with their regent, and I can no longer attack. That sucks. They have figured out my weakness. And it's that my life total is incredibly low because that thing hits like a truck. What's up, Timber? Okay. So we were not winning this. Which is unfortunate. I wanted to. That could have done something a while ago, but I don't think it actually does now. This thing's just too good. Reaper's Talisman ain't doing me no good at 3. But neither is blocking 2 things. Do they have to block this? No, they don't. Crap, I don't think I can do anything. I want to go back and take out the Minimus Containment and put in another Charmed Sleep. And I think it was a huge mistake not to do that anyway. Oh. But 2 blockers isn't enough. The Reaper's Talisman isn't enough. And there's no reason for them to be afraid. There's some reason for them to be afraid. I need them to think I have, you hear something on the watch. Because if for some reason they don't swing with the priest, I can sort of do something. But if they're looking at my mana, they may figure out that I don't act... No, I still have white up. Okay, we faked them and bought a turn. That should not have worked. It didn't work. Okay. It did work, sort of, if you think about it. I want him to know I didn't have it. They're going to block. They've got chump blockers. It's lethal to me if they do block. So if they swing back, I block here and there, and I'm taking lethal. There's nothing I can do now. And tapping something isn't good enough either. Yeah, I can gain 1 life with the dungeon. And then we block here and take 2, 4, 5. Which is not anywhere near enough. And tapping something is the same as blocking something, so we're just dead. Maybe. I don't think they will. I faked them out last turn, but I couldn't do anything with it here. Because I'm just dead to them swinging team. It was a valiant effort, but to no avail. That Regent, man. It's too good. It's too good. We may still be able to scrape a 2-1 out of this, because not every opponent's going to have a Regent. We will see, though. Alright, let's see if we can get us a 2-1 out of this. I believe the deck has the ability to do that. That could work. It's 18 lands. Whole plan was to draw lands, eh? Run up play here's to get white. I think so. I'd have to draw exactly a white source to be punished for it, so it's pretty unlikely. I think I just want to get Paladin class and try to aggro him out with this. Because if we're going to attack through her, we're going to need something like Paladin class to do it. They're super bold. They attack with that Trickster this turn, but I don't think they'll do it. Sold. Draw your card. It's possible they don't have a lot of dice rolling. We're gonna turn off, that's good. Called they exile? One of our black sources, that's a bit unfortunate. I like that block. Yeah, people have talked about if you can recur it and do the thing, maybe it's something, but I am not sold on Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Cards, let's go. No, I don't need 50 cards against that. Until they show me that they can recur. The first Tasha's Laughter doesn't do anything functionally. If they have two of them or they can recur it, maybe it's something we need to be worried about. But even then, I don't really think it is. They've still got 40 cards left in their deck. Yeah, okay. I think they just played everything they drafted. I don't think this is a fine-tuned machine. I think this is everything they drafted. Go, go. That is not pretty, but it's acceptable. I mean, maybe they're just prepared against somebody else having a Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Sure. I think we're on counter a cheeseburger here. Like, discarding the 2 lands could have been incredibly valuable too. I don't have quite enough card draw in this deck. But I think we've got some interesting lines of play here. Yeah, okay, that's a new one for me. I've never seen anybody do that, but they got me. I can't bounce it now. I think they didn't know the talisman gave death touch, which kind of is what it is. That's funny. I had the most intense match I've had in the format so far in game 1. Got rolled by a bomb in game 2, and then bumped into somebody with a 60 card deck and interesting lines of play. Like, this draft encapsulates Arena. Great games, rolled by a bomb, just kind of, here you go, free win. Welcome to MTG Arena, my friends. Today's draft, and really all of the YouTube content, is sponsored by and brought to you by our Patreons. Thank you for supporting my content. Thanks to these fine folks here, I'm able to post videos and get to work on those series. Don't worry, I think we'll be starting the Joy of Drafting Season 2 very soon. Thank you, Patreons.